Hi, I'm Jack Coleman.
And I'm Charles Randolph Wright. 1976, Durham, North Carolina, a town in the woods surrounded by tobacco factories. Kevin Gray, Jack Coleman, and me. I was the colored boy from South Carolina.
That's changed, by the way.
That has changed. Jack was the blonde from Pennsylvania.
That has not changed.
True. Kevin was, well, we didn't know what Kevin was. It was that, are you Chinese? Are you Russian? And his mother would send us care packages in the dorm, and they would be bagels and egg rolls. So, Kevin, I entered Duke University as an only child. And when I met Kevin Gray, I immediately gained a brother and then another brother. Kevin did that with every group. All of you in this audience became part of a family of Kevin Gray. All of you became some part of this thing in him that always had to have people around him that represented his tribe. And he loved that he had that tribe.
I'm really glad we saw the Miss Saigon stuff. That was my favorite part that I saw Kevin play, and I saw him play a lot. And it was him. And it was all the anxiety and all the ambition and all the insecurity and the American dream, and he was that and had all the bite and all the talent, and I just find myself listening to it over and over. But for the students here, you guys from Hart, we all know Kevin differently, and I never worked with him. But we've been friends for 37 years, and we were always touchstones because we remember when we were you guys at 18 years old. We didn't know who we were. Kevin was a ball of anxiety. This is a guy who, you listen to him sing now, and you can't believe this was a guy whose voice cracked in All Good Gifts doing Godspell.
Every single night. Every single night.
I mean, when I say he could sing that in his sleep, I literally mean that he could sing that in his sleep. But what Kevin did, and the thing why he was the American dream was he did what you guys are trying to do, and he just carved himself out of pure will, and he made himself into this amazing instrument, and he was always this amazing person, but he just made himself a great singer. He made himself a great actor, and he did it coming from a place of, he wasn't like all he had to do was show up. He had to make himself, and that's what he did, and he was an incredible friend, as you all know. We all know him in different ways.
I think the thing that disturbs us in a way is that Kevin really never knew how much he meant to people, how much he meant to especially Asian actors who were coming up, that you could take a role and be anything. You know, thank you to Hal Prince for casting him as a leading man that didn't matter who he was or what he looked like. I mean, Kevin was the ultimate activist, but he didn't know it. He just did it. He just did the work. He's the only person I know that could be completely depressed and joyous at the exact same time. But he came from a tremendous family that I'm also very proud to be a part of. And his mother, when I first met them, she adopted me as her number 2 son. There are a couple of other people here who claim that they're sons as well, but I was 2. They're 3, 4, 5 down the road. But again, you see where Kevin got it from, the spirit in his family. His sister Linda couldn't be here today. She's out of the country. But she wanted to express to all of you her appreciation for the love that you've given this family, the love that you've given to Dodie. And I love, again, what Harold Prince said about us having her back because we must. Dodie is such an extraordinary artist in her own right, and it's time that she now comes back on this stage and takes it. Yes.
I want to tell a very quick Neil story only because you saw pictures of him. He was not only a Marine, he was the youngest Marine officer in World War II, twice received Purple Heart. He was a badass. And 77, 78, somewhere in there, we went to a dinner at their house, and of course she served this Peking duck, was like the best thing I've ever had in the world. And we're 19 years old, and we're all trying to figure out what we're doing. And afterwards, Kevin said to his father, "So what did you think of my friend Jack?" And he said, "That may be the most self-absorbed young man I've ever met in my life." which Kevin then gleefully told me about a week later. I thought it was just obliviousness to a young man's feelings, but as Elliot pointed out, Elliot Schulman, who was here, his cousin, this morning pointed out to me, he said, no, he knew you needed to hear it, he knew you could hear it, and he knew you could hear it from him.
Kevin always knew what people needed. Kevin always knew how to touch you and move you and push you to a place far higher and greater than you could ever be. I really want to thank the people at the Majestic, because how amazing that we can be up here to celebrate him. Thank you to the crew here. Thank you on behalf of the family of opening up this place for us to celebrate this man. And that's what today is. It is truly a celebration. It is so sad because we can't imagine this life without Kevin Gray, but the point of today is that there is no life without Kevin Gray. He will be with us, and that is what today is about, that we celebrate. And we have incredible people, and all of you who came out and said to Dodie, we want to perform, we want to sing, we want to be a part of this. Thank you so much from the family. Thank you from all of us for being a part of this extraordinary life, this extraordinary man who is our brother, our friend, our comrade. Thank you.